Good morning, K3. How are you today? When you check out your window today, is it a cold spring day or is it a warm spring day? Each day is so different, isn't it? I hope you're doing well. I miss you guys, but I can see the work that you're doing and I'm super proud of how you just keep on going, just like the little engine. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. So good job. This week we are going to think about a new letter, or if you're keeping track with the ABCs, we are on letter R. Big one looks different than the little one, as you know. And when I look through our class list, if we were at school, we'd be doing our sort, wouldn't we, for our names? But lots of you have little r's in your name or at the end of your name. But only Aiden Morrow Robson has a big R in the middle of one of his last names. So he might be the big R expert this week, but I bet you're all quite good with the little r. And because we do N and M, we know how to do R. It's not too tricky, but you can practice too this week, okay? R sound can be tricky. It's right in your throat. I kind of call it a pirate sound, and it vibrates in there, like that. All right. Now, Detective Dave, you know, he's always making good connections, just like you guys. I'll show you his picture, and we do red rooster says right? So here's the red rooster. Here's what happened. There's Dave and Uncle Larry at the farm. And the red rooster got up onto the roof. A rainstorm happened, and so he got scared, and up he went. There's a ring on the roof, and his little toe got caught in it. And then he was calling for help. You'll also see that there's a picture of a raccoon, a rabbit, and after the rainstorm left, there was a beautiful rainbow. Of course, Uncle Larry and Dave figured out what happened to the rooster, climbed up the ladder, and saved the day. So red rooster says, So we put our wings on, and that's how we sing that song. All right, so some toys or some things that I would have normally brought you would be a rock. That's not too hard, is it? Ooh, something beautiful to wear. How about a ring? Are you thinking of other things that start with I think you're gonna like this one. What about a robot? I can't believe this guy's batteries are still working, but watch when I turn him on. There he goes, and his eyes light up and his little feet go. So he is a robot. He looks pretty cool, doesn't he? Robot. Of course, we're going to be writing a letter R story this week. You might want a robot story or kind of a space story. That will be a good one. You also might want to put in a little rabbit. We're getting close to Easter. Maybe you want an Easter story with a little rabbit. Isn't this one a cute one? With her little tail. Rabbit. Now, if we were at school, I would bring you a snack, and the snack would be healthy. It would be a little pack of raisins. So who likes raisins? I do. I love raisins. They're healthy. They're just grapes that are dried up, right? Raisins. If you don't like raisins, well, I would have just said, just say no thank you for the snack. Now, I'd like you to think about 2 new words, and if you could add these to your word cans, that will be awesome. This first one has an H and then an E. E is saying its name in this case, and so it is E. He. So this is he, and then if you're talking about a girl, you need this one that has the blend. So if you have an S and an H and you're blending them together, it says shh. So that says she, right? He and she. So try to add those into your word cans and pop them into your brain and see if you can find them again when it's time to do your guided reading this week. He and she, all right? Now, if we were at school, we will be all starting on some new thinking, and I wanted to challenge you now that you're at home to be thinking about your community, just as if we were at school. Now we have a school community, that's what we are doing in our Google Classroom, but we have a bigger community that we all live in, and that community is a town called Rocky Mountain House. That's right, and our province is called Alberta, and our country is called Canada, right? So our community, it's a pretty long word, so if you do a syllable, it will be community. Goodness, 4 syllables all the way up to my shoulder, community. And in the community, that's the place where we all work and we play together, and it's a wonderful place to be. So there are people that are working in our community all the time, and there are people that keep us safe, people that keep us healthy, and people that help our hearts be happy in our community. So over the next little while, we're going to be thinking about those people. So I'll just show you some pictures. And when I show you the pictures, think about maybe you want to do this job when you get older, because when you're a big person, you will join the community as well, all right? So people that keep us safe are police officers and firefighters. They keep us safe. We're going to talk about these jobs this week. And then the people that keep us healthy are doctors or dentists. Those are people that we need to see if we're not feeling well, if our teeth are not feeling well. And some of the people that can keep us happy, that can just make our hearts happy in our community, is an artist. Artists create beautiful art that just make you smile and feel really pleased inside. Now, there's also musicians. Music is also a wonderful thing that stimulates your brain and warms your heart to make you feel happy. There's lots of artists and musicians in our community. There's also doctors and dentists in our community. And of course, there are firefighters and police officers in our community. So think about what you might like to do when you are grown up, and maybe you would like to do one of those kinds of jobs. We need them. A community is something that synergizes all together. Just like we're synergizing all together by staying home and washing our hands and staying healthy, right? We are all doing that all together, and it is helping. Now, boys and girls, I thought maybe while you're thinking about your community, you might want to take your blocks this week and your cars, if you have a racetrack or a train track, something like that, some people, gather all those things up together and maybe create a beautiful town, just like Rocky Mountain House. Don't forget to add some homes, some stores, some parks, some trees, park the cars, set it all up so it looks really cool, and you can play with it for a little while. Take a picture and send it to me, and then don't forget that you need to also, you'll have to clean up too, because moms and dads don't want to step all over your mess, right? So make sure you're doing a good cleanup job too. All right, so I've clipped in some stories that I think you'll like, some fiction and some nonfiction stories to help you think about community jobs. And I also added some activities this week. Mrs. Wedman and I were thinking of some things that you might like to create. So check it out. I hope you have a good time, and I'll see you on Thursday for journal writing. Okay, bye-bye.